Hello. Motor here.
Marvin here.
The marvelous Marvin. Kinetic console. And we're gonna show you how we made this our first single, Going Back to School. So we had this. Marvin and I were working on a movie, and we ended up with this track that we thought was super cool, but didn't end up getting used. And
Yeah, for the movie score.
yeah, so we were like, oh, we got to do something with this. I think we can really make this into a cool track, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So we kind of structured it out, and we had the original demo here. I can pull up for you, and it is this right here. And we laid the song out in like a song form initially, and we thought, oh, we'll bring in vocals and we'll, you know, some of the stuff we will keep, maybe we'll lose some, and most of it we kept.
I think right off the bat, this song just like, you know, it's like a lot of energy.
Yep.
I actually thought there was nothing wrong with this demo. I'm very surprised this song took us about 4 years to finish.
Right.
But,
yeah, me too.
It's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. Like, the final version of the song is even better than this one.
Yeah, it's very true. So, one thing that I really loved about this was the drums that I just recorded right over there where my shitty Pearl kit's all set up, and that's what I used on this. And I decided we would just keep those and build from that. And so we did. And here is, they kind of run throughout the song. And here's sort of where they kind of kept in, how they ended up on the final. So it's all the same tracks, just a little more cleaned up. And those run, and we kind of kept those running throughout the whole thing.
It's a pretty simple beat, right?
Yep. Super simple. I layered in a couple other tom hits just because I can. And thought it was kind of a cool thing. And it turned out to be, I worked around those things kind of come in, and when the vocals are in and out in between lines and things, so it kind of was neat.
Motor, did this song start off with the drums? Did you write the drum part first? Okay.
Yeah, I had this idea to do this sort of groove with it, you know. And then we added for the score, we added this, what I'm calling a guitar choir.
Why do you call it that?
If you remember how we did this, we took I had those drums, and I had just, I think, a bass line, and I don't remember even having a chord progression. I'd have to dig in and find out what the chord progression to this song is even now. But I had you, did I give you, play something like this, or I can't, do you remember that?
It's been so long. I don't remember what you told me.
I remember you playing a bunch of different lines, linear lines,
all right,
to make up. And then I remember going back through and sifting through each line and listening for cool stuff that I thought, oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah. And
taking out stuff that didn't quite work. And then on the next track that you did, I went and did the same thing track by track until I came up with like this. It almost sounds like chords, but it's about 4 or 5 guitar lines that you did.
How long did it take you to go through all of my parts to try to get them harmonized?
I want to say really 3 weeks, but it was probably more like 30 minutes because when you're working on the film projects, we were under the gun and trying to get something down. So it was just quick decisions. But it was cool though. It was cool,
but it's kind of crazy and upsetting how this didn't end up getting used for that movie.
Yeah, for sure. So let's find this sort of guitar choir because I want to see it. It might bring back memories for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
That's the solo guitars. We know what that. The guitar choir. So this is all the original, the original guitar choir that was in the the demo,
Right.
and we use this as a starting point.
To me, this sounds like The Edge from U2.
Yeah, I must have given you that direction.
Yeah, you've given me that direction in the past. And I like it when you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, U2 was my first favorite band.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Nickelback was my first favorite band.
Ah,
Yeah.
now you're just playing.
No, I wish I were. I wish I were.
Oh my goodness, he outed himself.
Yeah, can we pause the video? Can we delete this
we need to,
part?
stop right now. Yeah, that needs to be good. Yeah, no, oh wow.
Okay, no, but U2 was like my
Yeah.
first like favorite real band.
I got you. I feel
right.
it. Yeah, I get you.
And I think it's like it was because of you that I started listening to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you wanted me to learn a song
Not
by them on
Nickelback.
piano. No, not Nickelback. U2.
No, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, U2 was I loved them growing up as well.
Right, but I'm very familiar with their music, so anytime
yeah.
you tell me something like, "Oh, can you play something that kind of sounds like The Edge?" Like I
Yeah,
always know
yeah.
what to do.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what we had to start off with this thing. We had those drums, and then also at the beginning there's this choir that I had, and I sort of made it from a sampled kid choir and then mixed in with this other choir. And you'll sort of hear it that comes into play. Sort of right through here.
It was a kid choir.
Yeah. And I tuned it down.
Oh, I was gonna say.
And then there's the guitar choir that comes in underneath it. But I can take it out. So you can start to hear the harmonic progression start to take shape with this choir, with just everything else out.
Now, why not just use a regular choir if you're gonna pitch down the octave or whatever? If you're gonna pitch down, like
it just doesn't
tone.
sound as cool, does it?
Oh,
Like it has
okay.
like more of a strangeness to it.
Yeah.
It's not quite. It almost sounds like a mellotron, perhaps, which I love. It kind of harkens back to stuff I listened to as a kid.
What's a mellotron?
Mellotron's just like it would take you. It's like a little keyboard instrument, and it would have like Louie's on. Louie's here. Disco Lou in the house. Must be a dog walking by the studio. So you'd play a chord or a note on it, and it would have like a tape in it, and of a choir sound, like recorded.
Right.
And when you would play it, it would play back that choir. It was like one of the first samplers, sort of,
Nice.
It was tape, so it had like a really kind of a neat quality to it, a lot more gritty quality because it was tape, so you'd hear some of the hissing and stuff. But I just felt like this whole vibe sort of gave me that. I could have used mellotron. I have a sample of those that I sometimes use, but no, I just landed on this one. I started with this, and there you go. And was playing choir through here on the keyboard, sort of like a mellotron. It was just my version of it.
Cool.
So yeah. So so that was it. So these were the main components that we had, all from the demo, and then we just laid it out. I remember doing all this here, and when we got to what we call the verse. Remember doing those acoustics?
I do,
Right over there.
Yeah, we did them here.
Yeah, I think so.
I had a lot of fun recording this part. I didn't expect to come with a part like this for this song. I didn't even think like I could play something like this. I don't know, like it sounded kind of like the Smiths kind of guitar part.
Yeah, I
right?
went nuts for it. When
I know.
you started playing for it, I remember like, you have to do that because I love this.
Yeah, and you guided me big time when we were like recording this or trying to like come up with this part. You kind of told me like you play like 7th chord,
Yeah.
And then I had to find like a voicing that I thought kind of sounded good.
Yeah.
And that's something like I'm really particular about, like my chord voicing.
Yeah, you're so good at it too, and you create new stuff. It's so imaginative how you can take a certain certain chord and then reconfigure it, revoice it so it's fresh. Makes a cool thing.
Yeah, that guitar part was my favorite part of the song before we like layered on a bunch of other guitar parts.
Yeah.
Later on.
Yeah.
Trying to finish
And we're gonna get to that in the next installment of The Price is Right. And we'll get to that too. We're gonna tell you about what we did after this. So So there you have it. There's the beginning of going back to school to be a pop star. And right there was probably named No Name version 1 or something. But anyway, that's it. And the next stop is we're going to talk about guitar work because it's fabulous. And you can see all of this goodness right in the middle of the computer screen. You probably can't. I can't.
There's no way they can see
I can
that.
see it really great. All in the midst of these like 400 tracks. It's all guitar goodness. And so there's really cool stuff in here. I forgot about that you're going to want to watch. So stay tuned for number 2. We'll be right back.